Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a run with Geis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
Geis with a carry on second down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. This is how they will line it up defensively for Minnesota. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching. He only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Third and long for Winston. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Haskins now off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it. Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. An early special teams wake-up call there, their first drive, and they have the punt block.
And obviously they were giving the ball up, but that's not the way it's supposed to conclude. That ball's supposed to be downfield, better field position for your defense to work off of. Instead, you've given up a momentum play, and now you've got the other side excited.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
It's been quite the evolution for Stephon Diggs because when he came out of high school, many thought he was the top prospect going into college football. Didn't have quite the career that was expected and actually got drafted lower than what many people thought. But, boy, is he playing to a top level now while he's in Minnesota.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, the defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
From the gun, Winston. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Just like that. Just like that.
Play fake. Winston. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now, good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Deron Payne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. They go play action here on first down. Incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. To throw is Winston. It's caught. Smith. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On play action. Winston. And Winston lost the football. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the gun. Winston. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
A first down throw for Winston. It's complete to Diggs. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Winston, complete. Smith has it. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On third down, Winston. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 19 yards that time for number 19. Jameis now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On second down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They start on the ground with Geis. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. Haskins from his own end zone. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
First down, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Geis. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, Haskins under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now it's Haskins. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On the ground, Geis. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Deron Payne in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage, Winston. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Winston. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 30. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And Diggs has it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Throwing. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He was brought down by Devontae Casey. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Winston. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. To the air again with Winston. And this one complete to Smith. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 10, Haskins. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He'll check it down to Geis. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The Redskins send out their punter. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line. And it continues into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Winston. It's caught, Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Jameis now on 1st down. And his pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cook. They'll get 3 up to midfield. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. And they will take possession of the football right around their own 30. Now, so much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Haskins now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he rifles one incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. It's Geis on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And out now come the Vikings. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the gun, Winston. He'll dump this off to Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Completes this one to Meredith. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Haskins. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Haskins back to the air. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Haskins to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He hits White. Complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I like it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. This to McLaurin out on the left side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing now is Haskins. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Redskins, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.